more late night drafting. Yeah, not as late. But
Well,
yeah.
we'll just immediately crush all of our opponents. It'll be
Ah,
great.
it will. Well, we need to have opponents. So looking at the Rise of the Eldrazi queue, there's nobody here. We have 3 packs.
I hope Marshall Sutcliffe pops in. Get to
Who
slap him around some more.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Yep, there's just the Swiss. So
Oh,
so
we're in it.
we
We're
are we are guaranteed to be here for the next while. Have I ever done a Swiss event like outside of like a sealed?
um
Like I don't think I ever do Swiss.
I don't think so either. I'm
Okay.
straining my memory to remember a time when you did a Swiss. I mean, I think I remember me doing Swiss
Yeah. Oh, I
because I
remember.
was like, well, I just want to play Magic for 3 hours, so
Yeah.
let's go to it.
Well, it looks like we're going to be playing Magic for 3 hours, and it's going to be Rise of the Eldrazi. If we pull up
Oh man,
the
I've been thinking about this.
you have
I really yes.
okay.
I want to be a deck that I have only seen come out of this once.
Okay. What is this deck?
It's a red white deck that has no levelers or Eldrazi.
Oh, good lord. Does that have Vent Sentinels?
I don't think so. I think it just has emerge unscathed and some creatures.
Hmm.
And it's like, hey, I have a 2 mana 2/1s in Rise of the Eldrazi.
I
And
don't
then
know.
you run people over because they don't know what the hell's happening, and you have emerge unscathed.
I don't know if you can do this without levelers. That might be a bit difficult. Like
I mean,
casting
not
light.
look. You end up with like Knight of Cliffhaven
Right.
or
Those just happen.
Dude of becoming a 5/5, but you don't like. You're not a leveler deck. You're using
Right.
the creatures as glory seeker.
Right. Or Sarah Angel. You look okay. Yeah. Blue green. Haha, that's me in this format. I know. I
I'm
I
gonna do my best to steer him away from blue green, by the
okay.
way,
I'm going
just
to.
because.
I'm gonna try not to end up in both of those colors. I'll put it that way. I can't say that I won't be in one or the other. Like, what if I open Beastbreaker of Balagad? What if we get the mayor? You know, I love Beastbreaker of Balagad.
The mayor of Bistro, like
Uh, I always.
I
Think
mean,
of him
okay,
as-
that all said, obviously we're going to do things like first pick Pelakka Worm if we have the opportunity.
Right. Like, if we open up the Eldrazi monster, we pick the Eldrazi monster and try to find a way to cast it, that sort of thing. But I kind of like the idea of being the super aggressive, just like, hey, I'm the deck that's going to run you over.
Haha, nice format you have there.
Yeah.
But what if?
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Ah, hello. Oh boy. Well, we lost somebody in the queue. And we gained somebody back. We'll get there sooner or later. But yeah, we will. So I guess to make sure everyone knows the way this will work, we play all 3 rounds regardless. There's actually nothing at stake in the final round if we lose both. At all. Like, you just. Because the payout is to people that are 2-1 or better.
Hmm.
Feeling better. Earlier today was not feeling that good, but it has improved, and I'm very happy about that. Ah,
That's
here,
good.
here we go.
All right, we in it. Show me that
Mm.
sweet. Hmm.
Hmm. So there's a Vengevine here.
There is.
Um,
I honestly don't like him that much.
I love him.
like Wildheart Invoker is probably the technically stronger card than a.
Well, it's like a hasted Wildheart Invoker with another line of text. Okay, let's look at other cards to consider. There's Drake
All right.
Umbra, there's Emrakul's Hatcher.
Drake Umber's pretty strong. Wait, where's Emrakul's Hatcher?
Emrakul's Hatcher.
Oh, sorry, the red one.
Yes,
Right,
the red one.
I was looking around for Kuzalek's beastly dude.
Yeah, no. I'm mostly liking Vengevine because I don't think anyone's going to expect Hasty Greenman.
Okay. Vengevine plus Emerged Unscathed. Perfect. Now we have a deck.
Okay.
Now you get your white green leveler aggro deck.
Yeah, or we end up with like the red half of that, like Flame Slashes come our way.
With white you'll have enough cheap creatures to get Vengevine back. I
just
don't
wanted
think we want.
I just wanted to have that card up for everybody to read. Dawnglare Invoker on the green-white plan. Heat Ray on the Gruul plan. Snake Umbra on the, like, sticking in green, but I don't think that's really right if we want to commit to a second color.
I'm ready to pick up Dawnglare Invoker.
You like that over Heat Ray?
I think Dawnglare Invoker is the best common. Just flat. Even over Heat Ray.
I don't think I can disagree with that. Dawnglare Invoker, it's a flyer. It's a 2-power flyer for 3. It's got a lot of really good stuff going on. You know what? Sure. I think I can go with that. Like, Snake Umbra was the other card I was looking at, too, if I wanted to stick on color. But honestly, like, these two cards are powerful enough in either way. Like, I'd be completely happy with them. Corpse Hatch, though. I just want to put this one out there.
No, that does flat kill anything.
And give you 2 Eldrazi spawn. Like, it sticks out to me because the white and green cards are very subpar.
No, they're awful.
Halimar Wave Watch would
Halimar Wave Watch is pretty goddamn real.
So you're telling me to go into blue-green. I understand.
Yeah, but honestly, like we just passed that Heat Ray, so Kiln Fiend probably doesn't look all that hot.
Yeah, like Evolving Wilds would be like the saferest thing, but like this
Corpse Hatch can kill their big old Eldrazi monster.
Unconditional removal, and unconditional removal. Well, okay, non-black, but with upside. Knight of Cliffhaven, Flame Slash. Knight of Cliffhaven.
Jeez. The pick is definitely one of the two of those. I'm favoring the Knight just because we went Dawnglare Invoker. Like, look at the last 3 picks under the Heat Ray light.
I know.
Jeez.
Where we had the Kiln Fiend and the Flame Slash and the Vengevine, and that would be our deck.
Yeah. But here we are instead.
Yeah,
I like Dawnglare Invoker too much.
I also like Dawnglare Invoker. I wouldn't have picked it if I didn't. I absolutely wouldn't have. I think the Knight is fine. I can... Yeah, like, there's no green cards in this entire pack, so maybe green isn't worth fighting over. Like, maybe I just picked Vengevine for, like, 5 tickets or whatever it's worth. Oh, hey, Lone Missionary. That's,
Oh, yeah, we'll get him. Magma!
Magma. Look at this pack. This is just kind of...
Bloodthorn Vampire in the Eldrazi Spawn deck is pretty freaking great.
Does work. I've had a good time with Prism.
Yeah, no, Prophetic Prism is great. It's like that's the primo mana fixing in Rise.
Right.
And if you end up in black, Skeletal Worm could be a fake Eldrazi.
Yeah, it's like fake Eldrazi. A lot of black here. I'm just considering if I want that Prophetic Prism or if I want the Bloodthorn Vampire.
I kind of want the Prism more. It's basically guaranteed to go in your deck.
Right, like that's fixing card draw. Ooh, my buddy Balaged, a
Scorpion.
current card.
Mm-hmm.
Last Kiss. No green again, as a note. So Balaged Scorpion. There's also some red. I mean, again, if we were in that world, those are both two cards that would be pickable.
Mm.
So, like, I guess it's Balaged Scorpion versus Last Kiss.
Destroy target creature with power 1 or less.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Get their Halimar Wave Watch before it goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah. I don't know which
There are a lot of creatures with toughness is the thing.
Yeah, like this. I don't think either of these kill too much, but this has a body. Steal the Bramble Snap out of this. I think that looks like the playable card out of this pile.
Yeah, Luminous Wake is like a no, this is funny. It's an answer to that red or a
Lust for War. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What if I just like end up as a 3-color deck? It'll be fine.
Well, we have the Prophetic Prism.
Right, and we'll table Evolving Wilds, and then like it'll just work out. I'm sure everything is going to be fine. Yeah, like Douse and Gloom. That card is a card they print in like every set, you know. A Raid Bombardment deck.
Yeah, Ray Bombardment is barely a card. As is Pennon Blade. It's just you pay way too much for it.
I could take Contaminated Ground on the grounds that maybe I have 6 of these at the end of the draft.
So you just ruin their mana base.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I like that. You could have another one here. Null Champion is a real card,
Yeah.
though.
Or I could pick a real card. I specifically picked this because I think Gnome pointed this out in pack 1, and it was still in my memory that this would be back in this pack. I didn't expect there to be actually something playable, though, so, you know.
Decent.
I mean...
Reinforced Bulwark is also not a blank.
Right.
Rapid Flames is one of the things that'll make you hesitant to main Dawnglare Invokers, but the upside is well worth it.
Ooh, wow. Dead Drone and Virulent Swipe making.
What is Dread Drone doing here?
Yeah.
Whoa!
This is a pile of Eldrazi's. How good would Contaminated Ground be in a format with Grey Merchant? It'd be funny. By the way, this card's, like, probably still good, but Dread Drone. Like, I like this body.
Oh yeah.
Even
I would
with
much
more
rather have the
things.
creature.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Oh, we could... Or we could, like, take the playable creature.
Dude. See, I say that a lot of creatures have toughness, but I guess we're not interested in any of them.
No, what if every creature...
Looking at the second Wrap in Flames go by.
Spreading Seas would be really good with Master of Waves, that's the truth. I'm gonna steal Shared Discovery, because that's a card somebody might actually cast. I've seen it happen. These others I haven't. Like this? Like that Defender there? That thing's so awful. Wow!
Sweet.
That was... We nearly picked that there. Over the... Like, we had...
Oh, man. Shared Discovery, now that Wild Pyromancer exists. Or, not a Wild Pyromancer, Young Pyromancer.
Wild Pyromancer.
He's
One to
young.
everything.
He's young, he's wild.
Alright, so we have black. I feel like black is the yes, we are in this color. Okay, so there's Gelatinous Genesis. Drawer Tree Speaker. Nest Invader. Ulamog's Crusher.
Well, whoever we pass this pack to is going to pick Ulamog's Crusher.
More than likely, unless they're like green and we don't pick Tree Speaker.
Right.
Like, and I'm kind of looking at the Tree Speaker. I don't know, like...
That's kind of what I was thinking too. It's There's this card called Soul Ring.
Yeah. Gelatinous Genesis is, like, kind of bad until you have 9 mana, and then it's kind of good. For those who don't know anything about the set, what are some of the common archetypes, and why are they the best, or none of them? So, this set has a lot of mechanics that I can show off here. One of them being gigantic freaking, like, Eldrazi monsters. That's kind of one of the big things. We also have, like, big mana is kind of like a really normal thing in this set. Okay, look at all this white there. Time Heroes, Caravan Escort, Dawn, Invoker, Dreadtrone, Snake Umbra, Growth Spasm.
Okay.
So
Does
here's
Dawnglare Invoker 2 give us all that much?
yeah. So here's my thought process. No, I'm not going to pick the Eldrazi over the Draugr Tree Speaker. That's impossible. Maybe in pack 3. Like, we could actually splash the Invoker.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, we can also splash Knight of Cliffhaven, too. Like,
Yeah.
we could also
No,
pick up...
their activated abilities are all colorless.
Alright, so I could pick up Growth Spasm to go get white, or I could pick Dawnglare Invoker 2, but I think that the Growth Spasm probably does a little more. This is also really quality ramp.
Yeah, didn't we want the... Wait, what did we pick up that where we want the little guy? Bloodthorn Vampire, right. Perfect.
We could pick up Dawnglare Invoker the second here. We could pick up Skittering.
Ooh, or Gloom Hunter. That's like an on-color
Dawnglare Invoker. I kind of like the idea of splashing white for powerful cards.
Yeah.
Like here.
Then once we're playing against a white player and we like slam those, they'll be like, you stole it.
This is where
They'll be
they
like,
went.
Yes. So this common run also has a growth spasm in it.
Yeah. So Lone Missionary looking. Bulldozer, they do. There's an uncommon and a rare missing from this pack. So, and obviously there's going to be uncommons and rares that would overpower a Dawnglare Invoker. That's why we're still getting it here. Like, that's something to consider. Like, if they open Eldrazi, or if there's an uncommon, like, Brood Warden, man, that's a card we want. Brood Warden. But yeah, big mana is kind of a big thing in this set. I think Zulaport, Enforcer, or Vendetta.
Okay. As far as removal, we have laughably Bolliged Scorpion and Corpse Hatch.
I think more removal is definitely going to get somewhere.
Let's pick Vendetta.
Yeah, so I guess I can give
Zulaport Enforcer could be like Null Champion or a white leveler or something or another. Like there's not much of a replacement for Vendetta.
Yeah, right. This is an unconditional again, non-black, but unconditional removal spell. What other things are there in this set? There's leveling mechanics, which is like where you pay the mana cost to put a counter on it, and then when it has this number of counters, it becomes whatever the text is. There's cards that interact with the leveling, such as Venerated Teacher. Big mana is probably the easiest way to describe this set, though. Wall of Omens and Cadaver Imp. If there wasn't Cadaver Imp, I would have probably went over to that Wall of Omens and felt really good.
Oh yeah, there's like a Defender sub-theme too. There are a lot of premium walls.
Yeah, I think the
Totem Armor.
The coolest thing with this set to me is that a lot of the cards that look, not all of them, but a lot of the cards that look kind of bad, like I don't know, Battle Rampart is a good example, are good in the right deck. You still have bad cards like Demonic Appetite, which just kind of isn't very good. But if you have a lot of Eldrazi spawn tokens, I guess it's fine. But
yeah, the problem with Demonic Appetite is that it only works in the deck that has a bunch of Eldrazi spawn, and spawn tokens exclusively exist at the 4 to 5 mana range. That's where the good ones are.
Yep.
And Demonic Appetite wants to go in a deck that tops out on 2 and just crushes people.
We got the Light Mine Field, which we're not picking, but I like showing off. I just I find this card very silly.
It's like all those guys on the ground, they don't understand what's going on with it either.
Yeah,
They didn't pick the card.
they're like, what's going on here?
Like, what kind of perspective is this?
Spider Umbra or Bloodright Invoker 2? Like, is an Umbra worth picking up?
Hmm, not Smite.
I don't really think we're that white.
Okay.
Like, I think white's our third splash, and Smite isn't a card I'm super happy with.
I like Smite a lot.
Oh.
I don't think Pathrace or Ulamog is what we're looking for.
How about Induced Despair?
Use Despair would be good. I could also get behind Stomper Cub.
I feel like Induced Despair is usually going to have something to throw, like, show to it, because, like,
Oh, yeah.
we could be stuck with some of these in our hand, and this gives us a way to use them. Also, removal.
Yeah, it lets you answer Totem Armor.
Yes.
Like, hey, what if you were actually tiny? Oh,
No, the Totem Armor, yeah, it removes all damage and kills the armor, so if it, doesn't actually die like that. Hmm.
this pack is kind of blank. Like, okay, cover up your cards. You don't know what color you're in. What is the best card? Like any color. I don't really see anything for anybody here. So
Yeah, like we could pick a sideboard.
nuts.
We could pick a sideboard Leaf Arrow.
For other people's non-glare invokers.
Yeah, or even like Frostwind Invoker.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Just so one go by. Lust for freaking war.
What the?
Jeez.
Nobody's played against this card, so let me introduce you to this thing. It's a bolt your opponent every turn. That's what this card does.
Yeah,
It's
you
nice.
can't even get out of it by like using an activated ability that taps or something.
No,
It's
because
just...
it's like whatever taps it.
Also, it interacts with narcolepsy on the same creature like crazy. Oh lord.
Okay, so somebody mentioned, like, does
Wait.
nobody know what Dongler Invoker does? The first time we saw this, I mentioned, oh, there was an uncommon or a rare missing. This shouldn't be here.
Yeah, that worries me more than a little.
I know.
Like that. Dawnglare Invoker is first pickable, you guys.
Yeah. So, that worries me a little bit.
Like, you get to 8 mana and you win the game.
I'm gonna pick the fake Dongler Invoker. I guess we're gonna suffer the past.
Suffer!
The 2 cards I thought were unplayable made it back there. All right. Maybe we're actually white. Who knows? Like, I think black is a certainty, obviously. Like with this, with the pile of cards we have, like I'm playing black just because.
Yeah, that's a removal.
Yeah.
Too much of a backbone.
But if we're gonna have these, I still kind of want to be in green just because the ramp makes the Dawnglare Invoker more valuable. To have Tree Speaker is to have.
Damn it. That card became highlighted before I even got to see it.
Of note, I guess Inquisition or Kozilek is here. That's not an actual like of note for like limited, but
I think Regress is a note.
yes, Regress is a note. The rare is Annihilator fails to work on you.
That card is junk.
I'm happy to have this. The Beast Breaker of Balakad.
Mike Hacker.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, for that warrior sub theme that doesn't exist.
I've got black white. Maybe I can pick up a Chief of the Edge and then.
In your Abzan deck here.
Right.
How about we just pick Prophetic Prisms for the next like X picks and play all of our cards?
I want to get one of these.
Creatures with toughness. I told you it's real.
Toughness is real. Alright, can we get an Eldrazi here? No. Alright. I'm looking for an Eldrazi in the next couple. Ondu
Okay.
Giant.
Back up Dreadrone. The blue is finally real. Regress and Narcolepsy in the same pack.
And Frostwind Invoker. And oddly enough, Gravitational Shift is probably real in a specific deck. Like,
Yeah, that's a surprising one. You know, if all your creatures fly, that's like, oh, suddenly you're dead.
well,
Also, you can't hit me back.
if I pick this up, this is a creature that's also fixing. Like,
Makes the 3-color a little more real.
yeah. I can't believe the 3 colors happening. Like,
It'll be fine.
like what the hell?
Yvonne, do giant growth specimen, prophetic prism.
Where's my Abzan Triland? I need one of those.
Yeah, I'm sure they printed one of those. They
Yeah.
slipped it in.
So
One of the hidden treasures inside Hedrons.
one of the things they did with levelers is that if I'm correct, all the common levelers are colorless leveling, and then once you get up to uncommon and rare, they get a different leveling set. Still no.
Here's your Eldrazi, the Sphinx Bone Wand. Turns all of your cantrips into removal spells. At the low cost of 7 mana up front.
All of your mana. Of note, there's Wall of Omens again. There's Mnemonic Wall. There's Spawning Breath, which is a cool.
Oh my
card.
god, I should totally reprint Sphinx Bone Wand in my set.
Oh my god.
Guard Duty is also here. That's a real spell.
Yeah. That's fine.
Nest Invader is great though.
Yeah, I guess the Shade's also... Like, there's a number of real cards in here. Yeah, I really don't think we're gonna get, Prowess. Ha! I don't think we're gonna get an Eldrazi. I would be really happy if we did, but I obviously don't think that we're going to.
Yeah, Not of This World is not the Eldrazi that we were looking for.
No, did you know that this is, tribal? It's a tribal card, the type that Wizards doesn't want you... One weird type that Wizards doesn't want you to know. Like...
Not of This World.
Pick up the Basilisk, I can pick up removal. This thing's fine, like, as far as answering big threats.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's better than... I don't think I can Aura Gnarlid, because I have, like, 1 Umbra, so it's not really that good.
Yeah, I don't even want to play the Umbra that we have.
Right,
Induced Despair is fine. Like, the second one is a lot worse than the first.
I'm kind of thinking I want the Basilisk just as a way to really answer an Eldrazi again. Like, okay, I can block it.
Sack 2 lands, block the thing.
Yeah, there's also an Emrakul's Hatcher and an Essence Feed. Hand
Or
of...
do you like spawned?
Hey, how does this sound for Eldrazi?
Gross. What is Overgrown Battlement doing here, though? Ah, my guts.
That's
that Wall of Omens, too.
That's nuts. There's a constructed deck just flying around here at this point. There's also Snake Umbra. This is an Eldrazi, but it's not the one you want.
No, not even close. Because what happens is you can pay the cost of sacrificing the little guys. And even if you get one attack, they're like, okay, sack a land, jump block it, regress your guy.
Yeah. Yeah, we can absolutely do triple black with, like, Ondu Giant, Prophetic Prism, Growth Spasm. And also flying. That's...
Yeah, the Pestilence Demon needs to hit him, like, once. That's why we want him. Consume!
Alright, how badly does Consume the Meek hurt us? I think it hits every creature but, like, 3.
Yeah.
Also, there's a Vent Sentinel for whoever is in that wall deck.
Skywatcher Adept is a pretty good guy. Ancient Strings is alright if you've already picked up the Hand of Emrakul.
Like, Zulaport Enforcer is the one I'm kind of thinking on, just because...
Yeah, I mean, we passed up on him for Vendetta.
Right.
So now could be the time.
Right.
That's good.
Consume the Meek.
Instant speed.
Consume the Meek just murders us if we actually try to play as Null Champion number 2.
Oh, there we go. We'll just level up our Null champions. That's how we get past Consume the Meek.
Well, that doesn't... Oh, yeah, we can regen, yeah. Well, actually, does Consume the Meek can't be regenerated? I think it does.
What? I thought it cares about power.
No, it's CMC.
Oh, hell.
CMC,
Okay.
CMC. That's why I said it fails in our deck, because it's CMC 3 or less. So,
All right, cool. Yeah, I would rather have the second Null Champion than the second Bloodthorn Vampire.
this does more for late game on a bunch of mana.
Surprise him with Survival Cash.
Or I could have gotten a... There's a Boar Umbra in here, too.
Umbra is also first pickable. What is wrong with people?
I don't know. This is definitely, like, it's that or
What is
Stomper.
Kiln Fiend doing here? What is this?
I don't know.
All of these are very playable cards.
So Boar Umbra is sweet because your creature becomes a boar. It's that or Stomper Cub.
Boar Umbra's easier to cast.
I'm shrugging.
I think that's a consideration at this point.
I like the idea of just Boar Umbra as our totem armor. Hey, it's 4-cap spider. I wanted one of you.
Well, there you have it.
Because there's a trick to Spore Cap Spider, I've probably said in the past. This blocks every common flyer in the set. And a lot of the uncommon fly. Like, it blocks, like, a lot of the flying creatures in the set. Oh, wow. I picked that early and didn't think... Alright, so... I guess the question is what we want to kind of do. I think Spider Umbra's not getting played, so I can cut that. Ogre's Cleaver.
I'd hate the gravitational
Shift.
shift. There's a world where someone plays that and immediately has enough power to win.
Yeah.
I don't really think the same is true of Ogre's Cleaver.
I think the thing is I'm not playing Ogre's Cleaver, so then if it's I'm not playing any cards, the correct plan is pick the best card in the pack, because we already have like a complete deck going on here. Mm-hmm. 27 cards, so we have to cut a couple. Another bell against Scorpion.
A foil Sphinx Bone.
Oh my god. Like, I'm probably not giving Ogre's Cleaver enough respect because, like, Ogre Dongler Invoker is a threat, I guess I'd say is the word for it. If you give it the +5 power. But, we're just gonna have more Balagad Scorpion. I'm completely fine with Balagad Scorpion.
Conjuring Light is okay too. It's
Yeah.
really surprising to see here. Not of this world makes total sense at this time.
Yep, we would have to, if we did it on our Pestilence Demon, it would cost us 0 to counter the spell at it.
I mean, the only thing that Not of This World has going for it is the total freaking surprise. And, like, you tap out for your huge threat, and then you still have a saving spell.
Yeah. So we got a late hand there over a Totem Beast Umbra guide. Totem Guide Umbra, Totem Beast Guide, Totem Crab.
Totem Guide, Heart Beast.
Totem Guide Heart Beast. Crab Umbra.
No, not a blue card! No, he'll end up in green blue.
I didn't care about either there. Because I'm not playing 2 Hand of Emrakruls. I'm playing the 1 Hand of Emrakrul, but I'm not playing 2. I probably could have picked it as like an option, but Crab Umbra.
Yeah, I don't really want to play the first Hand of Emrakul. Like, it looks like an Ulamog's Crusher, and then it crucially is not.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have 30 cards here, so we need to make some cuts. I like Crab Umbra. It has combos. If you throw this on your Overgrown Battlements, you can, like... If you have a way to filter the mana, you can make a bunch of mana. Put Spore Cap in here. So we have... Let's, I guess, do the sort. Group creatures separately. I think... I don't know. I don't know about Boar Umbra. But... That's the only thing here I'm not certain on. All the rest of these are like a certainty. Fixing, removal.
Yep.
I think...
How about let's Knock out Knight of Cliffhaven
I'm fine
because
with
I'm,
that.
I'm willing to splash for the Dawnglare Invokers, but not for the Knight. And knock out Hand of Emrakul because we have better things to do at huge mana.
I was gonna knock out a Balaged Scorpion as well because I don't think that's a card we want multiples of.
It's fair. How does Cadaver Imp v Gloom Hunter look?
Well, we can just cut. We have 3 Dawnglare Invokers. Like, what the hell do I need a
Okay.
2/1 flyer for?
Why do I need a fake Dawnglare?
Yeah, like, who needs the fake Dawnglare Invoker, you know? Alright, so let's sort by CMC, because I feel, yeah, it's going to be a little more revealing. Or on Gnarlid, I can easily take you out. We only have 1 aura in the deck.
Yeah, that's like a worse Daggerback Basilisk, basically.
I think this can come in off the side. Doesn't need to be a main decked card.
I like that our deck is so good we're cutting Spore Cap Spider. That's kind of
Yeah.
nuts.
Do we want
Null Champion.
Do we want Bramble Snap? The answer is actually yes, because we have things like Dread Drone and Corpse Hatch to just hand off 1 billion tokens to it, which makes this card a lot better.
Right, and it can also pull the classic Mishra's Factory trick.
Right, it can tap itself there for...
Surprise! Ah, the
Hello.
last little pump.
yeah, we don't have a Pawn of Ulamog. That was a card I really wanted to come by. That would make the Bloodthorn
man.
Vampire a little more powerful as well.
That'd be. Oh my God! Pawn of Ulamog, Bloodthorn Vampire.
You remember the math?
I think so. I remember like attacking for 29 or something.
Yeah. We had like a Drake Umbra, and we just like threw it on the Bloodthorn Vampire, and then sacked our board like twice over. It was
Like,
great.
wait, his Spore Cap Spider is tapped. It was something like that.
Yeah, it was like, wait, his only blocker's gone. Eat it.
Yeah, I think we could shave a Null Champion.
That's probably a fair shave. I'm certainly shaving that before I shave. What about Bloodright Invoker? Do we need... I kind of like having another... We already have 3 other Invokers, so, you know.
Yeah, 3 Invokers, the Pestilence Demon. Hmm. It looks pretty tight.
Yeah. That match has definitely got to be on the YouTube. I save everything, so...
Oh man, check this out. We can Cadaver Imp, get back the Derogatory Speaker, and then cast Derogatory Speaker, and Vengevine comes back.
See, I'm actually liking the curve specifically for Vengevine, because also Cadaver Imp, like, will effectively always let us cast this. It's pretty great. Alright. I guess the other question, I guess I didn't even ask it, do we need all 3 Dawnglare Invoker?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. There's a reason I didn't ask the question before, but figured I would ask it anyway. Then the question is, how many planes are we playing? Also, let me pull out the fixing, that is...
We get away with 1.
We could.
Basically just because of Ondu Giant, Growth Spasm, Prophetic Prism, 4 white sources in the deck.
Yeah. For 3 white cards. And then it'd be 8 and 8. I would still specifically go 8 and 8, even with the extra black here, because of like the green fixing and how you like having something.
Yeah, we want to cast Derogatory Speaker.
Yeah.
Oh man, Burnhead linked the Bloodthorn Vampire.
I made a Twitch highlight of that. Good. I'm not.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch that.
Okay.
I love that. Magic the Puzzling. That's right.
All right. If we do play 2 planes for the Invokers, which is reasonable because 5 sources for 3 cards is fine, what would I cut as the 17th land is then the question. Like a green source? Like, because that's a little suspect. Like... Just kind of doing mana math right now. No, if I cut a black card, what black card would you suggest? Like, I don't actually have a black... Like, I'm guessing you'd say Bloodthorn Vampire before you say anything? I don't like 41 cards. I would rather cut something before. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the base at the moment. I think that's fine. Like, Dongler Invoker on curve is nice, but we're definitely, like, fine with things to do. And it just means we're gonna have to use our fixing aggressively to find white. We have 4 white sources, so that'll be fine. Any other sort by CMC? I'm happy with this. We have our token Eldrazi on the board. Yeah, that's nice. I'm happy about having that. I think the trick is with Hand of Emrakul in our deck is I don't think we can actually get to 4 Eldrazi spawn without having almost all of our Eldrazi spawn cards.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Corpse Hatchers 2, the
Dread Run is 2.
And then we have a Nest Invader,
Yeah.
Growth Spasm. Yeah, it's kind of a stretch.
I mean, Pestilence Demon is our token Eldrazi, right?
Yeah.
He likes scheming. This demon's all mad that he thought he was the big man on campus, and then these Eldrazi showed up. That's gotta feel bad. Like, after 10,000 years, I'm finally free. Oh, at least he can kill off all the Eldrazi spawn for 1. That's nice. Yeah. But yeah, all right. I think we've got a solid deck.
Oh my god, it's even more beautiful than I remembered.
Okay.
Like, we sacrificed a couple creatures to get the Eldrazi spawn mana to cast the Regress on the Spore Cap Spider, and still had enough to, like, 18 our opponent. God.
I love Magic the Puzzling. Can you beat your opponent on this turn?
Yeah, the only puzzling we're gonna do is, like, how can we get Vengevine back?
Yeah. I like that we have, like... Okay, so here's a thing I like in the deck. We have Pestilence Demon as our only real bigman in the deck, but we have Null Champion, Zulaport Enforcer, and Beastbreaker of Balagad that are all, like, heavy mana sinks. And Dawnglare Invoker, and Dawnglare Invoker, and Dawnglare Invoker. That all benefit from us having a major amount of mana. So, that'll be nice.
It'll be good. Hopefully we can interact well enough.
So, one problem with triple Dawnglare Invoker is that this still doesn't beat Rapid Flame.
What if they Rapid Flame all 3 of our Dawnglare Invokers that we definitely played all of?
Why did we play all of them? I can't believe how good we are at the game of Magic that we just played every Dawnglare Invoker. On the plus side, we're going to get to play 3 matches with this regardless. So, and on that note, I'm actually quite happy to have a deck that I like for it, you know? This isn't one of those, like, man,
Yeah, maybe we could finish this up and do something else, but...
Uh-oh. Word.
No.
Somebody hasn't submitted.
Do you think we're gonna face the auto build?
Oh, God. What is the auto build in this set is not good. Like,
I don't know. Big mana.
It's true. You have, like,
40
40 land in your deck. It'll be sweet. Yeah, it's like 30, actually. Yeah, like 45 cards, 30 lands. For the auto build. We are playing against the auto build.
Oh, no. 80 cards.
Yes, I'd like to play first.
Can you defeat 80 cards?
I
see a Nest Invader. I kind of want to keep.
Sure.
All right, and now we wait for 10 minutes.
All right. I'm glad we're playing against the auto build. So for those of you joining us, you can skip 10 minutes ahead in the video. If there's no game going on then, you can then skip another 30 or 40, or maybe I'll have cut this into 2 parts, and you can just go on to part 2 for those in the archive.
But then you'll miss our sweet conversation.
It's great.
About beans.
About what?
Beans. I still have some beans.
Oh, you
I have to cook.
Oh, okay.
So
What
they
kind?
come like it's black beans.
Okay.
This is not a flavored variety, although you can get like cans of just flavored beans. But I don't. I mean, I like them well enough. But honestly, the flavor of black beans itself can carry a dish. The only real drawback is that it turns things kind of purple. Like if you do this and I mean, if you have the black beans and you cook things into them, get some onions or something, and then you end up with this like really ugly looking food, but it's delicious. So I don't mind.
Look, the taste is really what matters, right?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
me. I mean, when
okay.
that's the awkward thing when I'm like serving other people.
Okay, right.
That's when it gets a little awkward. I'm like, here's this bowl of gray purple gruel.
Here's some gruel. Would you like it? It's like,
Yeah. It pairs really well with saffron rice.
okay.
I mean, I've been able to just go to the store and get saffron rice for my entire life, but I don't know if that's the case all
Everywhere.
over. Most places will just call it like yellow rice. Maybe some of it doesn't really have any saffron in it at all. I discovered that I like the taste of saffron a lot. There's a beer that I drink that has saffron.
Saffron
as
beer.
part of it. Yeah, it's I have to sigh when I mention this beer because it's very expensive and it is worth the price that you pay for it.
Is it a seasonal, like you have to
Nope.
wait for the moon phases for
Nope,
it?
nope. You can pay a high price for golden beer anytime you want.
Okay. Okay.
It is called Midas Touch.
Oh,
I am mentioning that one.
that's a hell of a name.
I tend to try to avoid mentioning like specific brands or things,
Right.
but that is information. Like beer is a it's like a proof of concept of economics. You can absolutely pay a dollar amount and get that much value, and there's a
That is a
continuous sliding scale for like quality versus price of beers.
That is an absolutely true statement. My God.
It's astonishing. You could pay like nothing and get the worst beer.
Right, but you can get a beer.
You definitely can.
Beer 30 exists, something
Right.
something like that. Or you can pay $10
It's
and
like and get like one or a half bottle of beer, like a chalice even,
Yeah.
and then
or maybe you can get 2 beers that were worth 5 and
yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Like you break up that $10 bill any way you want, and you'll get precisely that quantity of quality of beer. This is the only place that it happens in all of life.
Like I don't think there's
food
such
doesn't
a
work
good
that way.
breakdown like that,
Yeah.
No, like I don't. I guess saying that there are traps at every price level, it's probably more like
Oh, I mean, we still live in capitalism.
it's capital, yeah.
Like we haven't so reduced the equation of beer to economic pretend whiteboard land. But yeah, no, you can also pay an amount and get something worse. I guess that's a that's a fact.
I couldn't think of anything worse to say than beer 30. Like that was the only one I could think of that was like the bottom because it's bad because they give you 30 of them.
No, don't worry, don't worry, no mitten. I will resurrect Captain. I have performed a ritual and I can resurrect Captain.
Yes, we could. Yeah, capitalism is
Tell
not
me
yet
about
dead.
beer 30 now that I am asking Google about it.
Beer 30, it's a beer that instead of coming in a 24 pack, it comes in a 30 pack. And you know how you talked about the sliding scale of quality?
Oh.
Yeah. I think I've had it like once or twice. And
Oh no, beeradvocate.com. Tell me about beer 30 light.
oh my God. Like years and years ago, I think I had it once or twice. It's a
Do you mind if I read some
Go for it.
user reviews of beer 30 light?
go for it.
I usually would never give any, capital any, beer this low a score, 1 out of 5. But it is the beer I will always remember, not for good reason. I was in college and constantly drank terrible beer weekly. The usually adjunct lagers, all right, and even worse. This beer was unpalatable for me even when I drank BMC beers on the reg and thought they were good. A couple friends and I picked it up for a game of beer pong in college and left it sitting in the corner of the garage. It was awful. Try it just to say you've had the worst beer ever made. Another 1.03 out of 5.
Ooh, I'm sorry. How does? Okay, let's hear how that's calculated.
Notes on this, well, because it's across 5 categories:
Oh.
look, smell, taste, feel, and overall.
Okay.
So it received a 1 in look, smell, taste, and overall, but a 1.25 in feel, and that's how you get to the 1.03
Ooh.
on beeradvocate.com.
Okay.
Who says, notes on this brew. Brewed with dirty gym socks and pig feed corn. Maybe paired with industrial cleaner to strengthen its effect. A bold drink for the new generation of trailer trash and college kids with no money. Maybe mistook for grape soda due to the ridiculous purple can. That's how they trick you into accidentally drinking it.
That is the true trick of it. After you have one, you have 29 more of them. So you need to find 29 other people to trick.
3.36 out of 5. Wow. Who says, look, I don't know what everyone is bashing. The shit costs like $10 for a 30-pack. What do you expect?
See, that person knows how capitalism works.
Oh my God.
Like, what you knew what you were getting when you realized it was 33 cents a can. So, beers.
Man, I'll bet that their model is to just buy Miller Lights and add water, and then put them back in different cans, and that's their arbitrage. That's how they make their profit. And they just put light on the outside. It's like
Right.
half the calories. It's like you're drinking half the beer.
Yeah.
Man.
So our opponent is not yet shown, and after another minute or two here, they will be eliminated, and then we'll be waiting for the rest of the round. Yeah.
So yeah, this hand is like a hope we get there, kind of draw a couple lands thing.
Well, like, if we draw one land, we can Vengevine on 3. If we drew, like, we could also, like, Dread Drone on 4 if we drew the lands for that, you know? Like,
If it was a forest.
yeah, we'd have to draw a forest, but the thing here is that, so playing Nest Invader will have 3 mana, and a large chunk of our deck actually, there's only 3 or 4 cards there's only 3 cards we could draw that would be dead on 3. Oh, I guess Dungler Invokers, so 5. Because it would only be the rest of our 4-drops, Ondu Giant, and what's our other 4-drop? We have another one. And Pestilence Demon, which is our 8. But then any lands on any 3-drop we can cast, unless it's Cadaver Imp, and any land turns us on even harder. So, you know. That's the power of Nest Invader. Like, Growth Spasm would be a sweet draw.
Sack our Eldrazi spawn ticket. We win!
And it was, oh, we're that good!
Oh
my god! Okay, I probably shouldn't have looked because we burned like 20% of our karma right there.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, now it's...
Oops.
After getting a bye in the first round of the auto build,
Yeah.
we're racking up a massive debt.
Yeah, we've got a bill to pay off. Let's go ahead and return to data. So yeah, looks like we have a couple games that have already finished, and then the rest of them are still going to be ongoing. Like in the middle of it, 7 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yep. We won in 1 game.
Did not show.
Man, just 1 more and you're in the money.
Oh man, we get 2 packs of Rise, or 6.
Yeah.
I would like one win out of the two, because then, like, getting 2 packs, I would go get the third and then do another Rise draft. Not tonight, obviously, but another night, perhaps. Because Rise of the Eldrazi is a format I like for its variety. You know, I know that I personally tend to draft green white or green blue a lot, but there's a lot of variety in what you can do.
And I remember having a white blue deck in a Rise draft where I first picked Gideon Jura
Ooh,
and just sort of stayed on color. And I'm like, yeah, I play
Gideon.
Gideon. Activate him. Hey.
Let's see, memories of Rise. Let's see. I played in. Let's see, in the Rise pre-release, I remember my friend who was playing opened and played his Emma Cruel.
Oh no.
He was playing Skittering Invasion to be able to get up to 15, along with like the spawning make 3 spawn tokens sorcery, that sort of thing. I did. Okay, now I remember Gert Befro, because yeah, I think I did say off-brand Gogurt. Yeah,
Kurt Beefrobe.
that's unless like they had a different number.
You think there are more Kurt Beefrobes kicking around?
Gert Befrobe, either the 42nd Gert Befrobe, or the Gert Befrobe who was born in 1942, or the Gert Befrobe who really likes Douglas Adams.
Right.
That's
Now, I choose to believe that Gert Beefrobe has paid $420 over the course of creating Gert Beefrobe accounts
what
and
if,
harvesting those new player points.
okay, what if this person, Gert Befrobe, every time they mount on any site, they increment it?
Sounds like a wizard's curse.
God, that would be a hell of a wizard's
It's like,
curse.
crap. Which number is this?
All right, I have to log. Like, well,
Oh,
like
I have
this
to
guy,
log into a new
Caesar.
site. No.
Caesar, he's under the hell of the wizard's curse.
He got an auto number on the end. Same thing with Travis.
Travis 8427. But yeah, the wizard's curse. Now I'm stuck thinking of how terrible that would be if I had to be like Slyo 37. You're like, all right, what was I on this site? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens
that's-
that the Twitter is my Slyo 9, and then everything else is like.
I've actually had to do that recently. Like, just create a bunch of profiles for sites.
Oh Lord.
Like, they're, oh, you have to have a login. I'm like, oh my god, why do I have to log in? Just send me an email.
Look, it's fine. That's Travis's PIN number.
Oh. 8427. Oh, that's almost the species name.
8472.
Yeah.
When I said when I said the number the first time, I almost tripped and said that, but I had to.
Travis, representative of species 8472
Yeah.
from Star Trek Voyager.
Like 3 episodes. Yeah.
It felt like a million because they stretched them out.
It did. Well, like the two. I mean, like the 2-parter was pretty big. Like Scorpion was. Like, I mean, that's where, 709 joins the cast. And there's the one where they end up at fake Starfleet. Like, out in the middle of nowhere, there's like... This,
Yeah, just so they could use that one actor.
yeah.
The extra groundskeeper.
I'm aware of that movie. I don't remember a single thing from it. Gnome says that the name Gert Befrobe is a reference to a film. But yeah.
Oh, a new Hearthstone card.
Yeah, I think that he probably linked the dragon, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
Nefarian.
Uh,
Let's see. 9 mana, 8/8.
mhm.
Battle Cry, add 2 random spells to your hand from your opponent's class.
I'm told that that is a reference to Nefarian, like from like World of Warcraft, how his boss fight went.
Huh.
When you entered the boss fight, he would just choose one of the classes in the fight and just start messing with them. I don't know anything to back that up, but
Hmm.
that is just what I've been told today, actually.
It's cute. I mean, he does something right away,
Yeah, I mean
so
card
that's kind of
advantage.
nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean random spell. I actually kind of like the mechanic of random spells and random creatures, like when it's attached to something like that, because it's like, okay, well, you get a certain effect. You get the 8/8, that's you're paying for, and then you get two random cards. Kind of like
Yeah.
the
No, I think
Murloc.
he's fine. I'm just trying to think if he's like metagame changing. Like, what is that actually better than Ysera?
Right, that's not. Well, probably not specifically because Big Game Hunter is already like really played.
Mm.
But you also could be getting some really like stellar cards.
He gave me Consecrate. Or
Pyroblast.
the thing is, like, there are a lot of spells that no one plays.
Right,
It's like, oh, I got Misdirection and Hunter's Mark.
yeah, oh sweet.
Hooray.
Sweet, I picked up Mass Dispel and double the health of my minion.
I mean, he really needed to be at 8/16. Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Ah, so.
2 sprints.
Damn!
I heard you like car.
Hey, hey. Yeah.
Or 2 Moonfires.
Oh boy, immediate 2 damage. It's like a shock.
Hmm.
That's pretty sweet.
So now we're talking about Nefarian as a. Oh shit, his name is not Small Game Hunter. What's the little guy who's got a huge gun?
Storm Storm Pike Commandos. Storm.
Yeah, no, Stormpike shoot guy. Whatever. He's the 4/2 shoots a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you're fighting Jiraxis?
Mm.
Like you get nothing.
Oh yeah, does Jiraxis have a class?
What if you use this card against Kel'Thuzad?
Great. Oh my god.
Yo, do I get Kel'Thuzad's broken stuff?
I don't think any of those were spells.
Nah, they were all creatures.
Yeah. Oh my god, the 1 mana 2/3 haste.
The 1 mana 2/3 haste, or the what was the guy that just gave you punching? It was like a 3.
Oh right. Like a 3 mana 2/4 who's like you have +2 attack.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's this?
Oh man, stealing their stuff was my primary strategy in Jiraxis.
Taking their I ended up, like, just for fun a couple days ago, I went and fought Kel'Thuzad with my like standard with my like paladin deck that I streamed with.
Hmm.
And it ended up that like the paladin hero power basically negates his power, like just flat, and also must for battle makes him look like a joke because he has like 8 mana steal a minion at random.
Huh. Yeah, that was never random for me.
It wasn't random for me either, like in the sense that I had like 4 tokens and Tyrion Fordring, and he takes Tyrion. But then I kill Tyrion with the Black Knight, and his AI just doesn't really know what to do with a weapon. Like he just like wasn't prepared to have a weapon, so like he just like he attacks the Black Knight, which is an obvious attack. But then like next turn he attacks a token for some reason when I'm at like 12, and I'm just like, what are you even doing?
Man.
So.
Oh, you think you're so clever. That's
Alright, it was the heroic one, because I just wanted to have some fun against that. I had forgotten if equality was a spell that he hated on, and it isn't.
Huh. I thought for sure there was one where
There
you
was
couldn't.
one that he just like, I think it's Alex Straza that he just like slaps out of your hand. Like if you try to cast it, he's like, "No, that's cheating."
Yeah. The one I remember, and I just dropped my gob when it happened, was Doom Speaker or Doomsayer.
Uh,
Like I played my Doomsayer, and he's like, "Oh, you think you're so clever," and it just crushes in front of me, and I'm like, "What?"
oh, against like the Horseman one,
Yep.
probably. Yeah, I think that was the one that he blocked equality on.
It's like, "Oh, here's this puzzle. Use any tool to solve it." Not that
Not
one.
that one.
Secretly banned.
I think what
It's like,
happened was they
uh,
they introduced the first set of them, and the last of the first set of them was like trivialized by Alex Straza. And so they were just like, all right, well, we have these upcoming things. Like Lotheb has 99 health. Maybe we shouldn't let them play Alex Straza against Lotheb. Okay. Fine. And then they're like, well, if we're already going to block
oh yeah,
certain
then the
cards.
the floodgates are open at that point, and the flood of banhammers
Wait, he specifically does
cascades down
something
the
silly
cliff.
against Animal Companion? Huh. I might have to see that.
Good lord,
Animal Companion always gives you a 1/1.
what the hell?
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's not like Misha was the secret answer to all of these
Maybe
matchups.
maybe they really wanted a way to reference like the card that you get.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Bloodied being a mechanic in the game. And one of the cards they spoiled today has a "if your opponent is under 15" line of text. Like specifically, like if they're at under half, like much
Hmm.
like I can think of like a bloodied mechanic in a lot of other games, but
We could see it at the Cube on
we
Vampire
can.
Lacerator and
Also,
Goldraz
Goldraz
Assassin.
Assassin, or no, not
Not
Goldraz
Goldraz. Goldraz.
Vampire.
Is it just
It
Goldraz
was
Vampire?
Vampire.
I think it is.
I think so.
Lordy.
I'm pulling up the collection, other cards set. What am I? I'm looking at like Zendikar for Guldraz Assassin, Quest of the Grave Lord. Ah, this person's looking for Nito. I understand. Guldraz Vampire.
Excellent. Yeah, I thought the secret ban lists were really awful,
Yeah.
and it just I can't say enough bad things about them. Like the matchups you're against are already kind of unfair, and you have to prey upon idiotic AI in order to get past them, basically.
In a number of them, in a number of the heroic ones, you had to come in with like a build specifically for them. The one that comes to mind immediately is like is against Maxiana, the spider.
Maexna.
Maexna, yeah,
Yeah.
Maexna. You had to come in against Maexna with like a specific deck because you weren't gonna win with anything like normal.
I ended up, you want to know how I ended up beating Maexna?
How did you end up beating Maexna?
Elvish Archers.
That was very similar to how I ended up beating Maexna, which
Mm.
involved getting Maexna to only having 7 1-power creatures, and then
Mm.
using Alex Straza to put myself on 15. And then on the following turn, playing like Stormpike Commando or whatever come into play deal damage things. And then going to 1, and then playing Alex Straza again. Yep.
Oh, lordy.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird. Boulder Fist isn't like a constructed card, but Yeti is. Like Boulder Fist is like it's still a good card. It's really like anytime I see it in the arena, it's still really huge, but it's not really a constructed card. Maybe it could be because I mean it's not
I think it could
You
be.
can't big game hunter it. That's the usual answer to huge
Can't even
damage.
freaking fireball it.
No, you'd have to fireball ping, which
Mm.
you can do. If Mr. Bigglesworth is given taunt, Kel'Thuzad is able to ignore it. Huh. Cat. So one other side effect of this format where like big mana is kind of a thing, and even in the aggro decks, games can tend to go long.
Oh yeah, a lot of high toughness creatures lead to board stalls.
All right, there's a reason that they put the common cycle of, I'm gonna pull up the Eldrazi this, and I'm gonna type in the word invoker. There's a reason that this common cycle exists. Wow, I own. You can kind of tell my. I really like how you can kind of tell how I draft a format based on the cards I own.
Ha.
5 Beastbreaker of Balageds. Six domestications.
Yeah. We didn't see a domestication.
We did
I'm kind of
not.
glad.
Uh,
Wait, was that 8 Pelakka worms?
that was 6 Pelakka worms.
Oh, 6 Pelakka.
10 Pawn of Ulamog. But
Yeah.
But yeah, the invokers. So because big mana is a thing, that's kind of why levelers exist. But it's also like these invokers give every color a kind of out for their mana to end the game if you just get huge. Like Bloodrite Invoker allows you to just drain. This lets you evade with everybody. This lets you even better evade with everybody. This lets you kind of overrun your team, and this lets you like actually like overrun, where you just you give your guy trample and go in for. I think this one works the best on its own.
Yeah.
Its body is great, and if you have just itself, it becomes a 9/8 trampler. These two are probably the weakest, just based on that their body isn't terribly good, and their effects are weaker compared to the others. Like this one says, win the game.
Pretty much.
Most-
They have to have specifically removal for it, and if they don't, then they lose.
And a lot of the times, Frostwind Invoker can say the same, just being my team evades. Ulamog's Crusher like gets on the bird. Like, all right, we're just gonna have some owls pick up Ulamog's Crusher and fly him over your head. Apply directly to the wizard. But yeah, and like levelers are there to give you an out. To your outlet for your mana as well. They appear on cards that are already like kind of playable. Knight of Cliffhaven being
Yeah, most of them are pretty reasonable. Let's see.
yeah. Like Skywatcher Adept is a 1-mana 1/1, but is actually a 4-mana 2/2 flyer. Like effectively. And
Yeah, with no ability, but he's great for some reason. And that card that I like with an ability is bad. This is technically correct though. Shit, Skullkin. Yes.
Skullkin. Well, this thing interacts with other cards. Hey, I'm out of here.
But no, it's basically a Windrake that you play early.
We're here.
Something. You pay 3. It's a 2/2 flyer. Well, you can Vendetta anything.
I'm keeping. All right,
That's kind of cool.
so we need to draw into the white source, but we have Vendetta to stay alive.
We could also just draw spells that we can cast.
Basically, every spell in the deck is castable, and lands wouldn't be bad because of Dread Drone in the hand. Like that. That's a spell that is castable.
Hey. Besides, we only ever need like 1 Dawnglare Invoker. So I guess we mulligan to 5. Oh, jeez. Do we just Vendetta that?
I think I'm willing to take 4 points of damage to hate myself to kill that card. Like, get the hell out of here with that.
We have a Vendetta against your wall.
Like, you don't...
That
like,
wall killed my family.
he's in the color that could be the wall deck. This could be the battlement. Siege Runner. Oh, man. Destroy target defender.
Hmm.
I'm attacking. Alright. Crossing my fingers, we would like the white source. Our opponent is Master of the Wild Hunt.
Hmm.
He is the Fence Sentinel! I knew it! I knew it! He even picked the anti-him card.
Yeah. Yeah, alright.
Is that better than the yeah. Hey, what's up?
Yo, I got a mythic.
Also, it's bigger than you. Amazing.
He's like, Flame Slash, activate Fence Sentinel. Wow, that's awkward.
Get.
It's a perfect creature. What can we do about that?
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Growth Spasm instead of Dread Drone because I want to be able to cast that Dawnglare Invoker anytime soon. So, a perfect creature, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's here. I think we're fine. Dawnglare Invoker should just, like... That's fine, no loss.
Yeah, that's our hope at this point, that
Yeah.
we land Dawnglare Invoker and it takes over the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Word of Shatter Skull Pass, eh?
So, let me tell you about this card. It's a sweet hill giant, because it's also a 6-mana 6.
It's immediately going to become a 6/6.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna cast Dread Drone and then use one of the Eldrazi spawn to cast Dawnglare Invoker.
Sounds good. Yeah, Vent Sentinel only goes to the head.
Yep.
It's oh my god. We're like board
Yeah,
control.
board control with that? Oh my lord.
It's already rather good, and that would make it just nuts.
Yeah. So we have 7 mana, but Eldrazi spawn will give us 2 activations of the thing as long as he doesn't have a straight. Oh ho ho!
Oh goodness.
He would like to attack.
I'm surprised he didn't just dump levels into his guy.
Same here.
Well, no, not into Dawnglare Invoker, maybe.
Fair. He's considering how we're going to block. I need to leave one Eldrazi spawn alive.
Okay.
So,
He is cracking with lethal, so we're jumping with somebody.
yeah. We're definitely I'm probably just going to block the Lord of Shatterskull Pants with an Eldrazi spawn.
That sounds fine. The idea being that if we get one land, we no longer need Eldrazi spawn. And if we get a spell, then it probably is a creature or interacts with his board somehow. So
Yeah. Yep.
okay.
So here's the cool trick. Ah, here we are.
Haha.
Oh,
you wanna-
look, beginning of combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to ask.
I wanted to wait until, like, he could play a haste creature, so it's worth waiting until he goes into combat. Hey! weird. Dawnguard
Yeah.
Invoker won a game. Okay.
Our opponent was at 6.
Right.
Like, we didn't even need to buy all that much time.
We only had to buy one turn.
Hmm.
Which we did. Okay. What comes in?
Leaf Arrow doesn't do anything. Spore Cap Spider, kind of on the same lines. I don't think Gravity Well or Orinol. Power 1 or less? I don't think we saw any of those, actually. What, Gertag Siege Runner? I guess just the wall.
Just the wall. Like, I don't know how many walls he has if he's playing Vent Sentinel.
Right. But
Yeah.
then okay, so there's Haste Wall, there's Ogre Wall that doesn't work on.
Yeah.
You already have a Bolligid Scorpion in.
Right. Okay, how about this? How about cards in the deck that are bad against wall?
You mean like Vengevine?
I think Vengevine, like, is fine against wall. It's just bad against the specific.
Nimana Silt Lurker.
Yeah.
Destroyed by a perfect creature.
I mean, Vengevine got in for damage.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Made it so that we only had to buy one turn.
Right. Sitting here thinking if maybe like Gloom Hunter going over the top is the right play.
Bramble Snap.
I like Bramble Snap just because it'll be big.
Hmm.
It's kind of like Null Champion in that manner.
Yeah. I'm scraping at reasons to change any of our list.
That probably means we're good. Could be for you get dropped if you get eliminated
okay.
like that. It's probably now that we have a better read on our opponent, we can make more informed choices about what Vendetta.
Yeah, no, he definitely boarded in all of his. Oh, you know what? I know what we should have done. I'm an idiot. You should have taken out Blood Right Invoker and put in the Bolligid Scorpion because he's going to be boarding in the like 4-mana 1 damage thing because he saw our 1 toughness creatures.
Yeah.
Rapid Flames or whatever it is. That said, this hand is awesome.
Yeah, I like turn 3 Ondu Giant.
Yeah. You just need like Mayor Mike Hager here.
Yeah, oh man. Like I like Ondu Giant hands us the color, Dread Drone. Oh,
Yes!
whoa!
That's right!
Thank you, Kaz.
No problem. Let me just reload my sniper rifle. You press enter in Microsoft PowerPoint. I knew we had Ogre Sentry.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm still playing Nest Invader because Ondu Giant is the card I want next turn.
Someone called the mayor's office. I heard there are thugs hanging around the slums.
Oh my god. Alright, so
If we draw Balagad Scorpion, do we play that instead?
I would.
Just assassinate his guy.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to Ondu Giant to permanently upgrade that Eldrazi spawn. Yes. Give us the planes. And
Good to me.
Nest Invader ain't coming in.
And I throw my guy into Ogre Sentry.
Yeah. Wildheart Invoker.
Not hasted.
Nope. I guess the question is here is Dread Drone versus Beastbreaker.
Well, we both love the mayor. You get to play and activate mayor and then double activate him next turn.
Yeah.
It's 3 to level, right?
My thought is that the Dread Drone trades with his Wildheart Invoker a little better. That's the reason.
I mean, he already didn't send it.
True. I mean, because we double.
Right.
How many levels do we need on Beastbreaker to be able to attack? And could we use Eldrazi Spawn to get us there? Like, if I play Dread Drone this turn, next turn I could level them, play the Beastbreaker and level them twice. And then the following turn I can level him twice and attack for 6. I kind of like that. I think that's...
All right, let's send in the drones.
Yeah.
Keep the mayor a secret.
He already knows about the drones, so this isn't too huge of a show.
If only we could squeak Mayor Mike Hager past Flame Slash.
Right, I don't... That's a lot of mana.
Or, no, that's not happening.
Yeah. Not actually occurring, so...
Impossible. Maybe Flame Slash is our Ondu Giant.
I would love to see, like, Heat Ray or something like that come out of him, too. Stagger Shock wouldn't be that good. I would not be happy to see that, just because, like, how good that'd be again. I don't think he would play a Stagger Shock Sorcery Speed. That would be really weird.
Stagger Shock your Dread Drone.
Yeah.
Like with Wild Heart Invoker.
Silt Lurker, alright. He's got the defensive deck.
It's going to be fast. It is not going to be fast. Does he know that Battle Rampart has an ability?
No. I don't think Corpse Hatch is worth hitting any of these.
Nah, we know he's got something bigger. Like, maybe if he's about to hit Wild Heart Invoker, we can take it out, but that is 3 mana away.
Now, the question is, do I actually want to sack these right now?
I would say no.
I don't really see a reason to.
Again, it doesn't get us out of Flame Slash range or anything, but it does mean we've invested more mana into his possible removal spell on it.
Yeah. Both of us at 20. I'm afraid of him getting to full mono for the Wild Heart Invoker. Like, if he actually gets close to it, then that's what Corpse Hatch has to do, you know?
Yeah. So if he plays an Ondu Giant or Nest Invader or something,
Then we just do it.
I think we would. I would.
Yeah. What about that?
Corpse Hatching it.
How big of a threat is Vent Sentinel? Like, he has 3 defenders.
Currently hitting for 3.
I mean, it's hitting for 3, like, right now if he just knows to haste it.
I don't know if this guy knows that has an ability. Whatever. He's gonna do it in response once we do this. Okay. Thank goodness.
Yep. Please leave. That's just not happening. I'm not gonna lose to that sort of thing. Also, I'm gonna level this up once.
I was about to ask.
Yeah. Because that just leaves me next turn the ability to level it up fully. No attacks make any sense, so... Problem is the attack with the Beastbreaker doesn't make a ton of... Like, doesn't really do anything, because Nemesis, Silt Lurker, and Ogre Sentry both block it, and then it's a 1-for-1 for 14 mana, so... That's pretty good.
So what you're saying is we have a frigate and we need a battle cruiser.
Right. Those Dawnglare Invokers sure would be a good time to draw one of them. Opponent has Growth Spasm, so Wild Heart Invoker is going to be online. He is out of cards in hand, though.
We basically are too, but it's a secret to everybody.
See, it's funky because, like, how does he attack even if he has the Invoker online? Like, that's kind of difficult, right?
The thing about Passable Pump is that you don't need to say you're sorry. You just gotta send whatever. Send a damn Eldrazi spawn. What are we gonna do about it?
Well, here's the thing. He sends an Eldrazi spawn, I have a 6/6. Do I care to control Vengevine? Or is that better as a surprise? Not honestly, with like Ogre Sentry and Silt Lurker, it's not really that good of a surprise. But it might do something as a blocker to be able to mess with Wild Heart Invoker.
Just need a 4 on a 4/3.
Kind of do. So here's the thought on the 4-mana 4/3. If he attacks with Invoker, I block with Dread Drone and Vengevine, and even with the pump, he can't save it.
Yep, these are absolutely the gummed up board states that we were talking about.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about. In fact, also, what do I care if Vengevine dies? Like, it has the ability to come back.
We can kill him from 20 if we get the Dawnglare Invoker.
Yeah. Sacking both those Eldrazi spawn might have been incorrect, because now I can't use it Invoker the turn I draw it. God, this is messed up.
Maximum Beast Breaker, and you can't do
So
anything.
here's Silt Lurker.
So it's going to become an 8/10.
What can I do about 8/10? If I block with Beast Breaker and Vengevine. Like,
Yeah, that's really it, isn't it? Throw my wall of meat.
yeah, like, yeah. I think my top decks are better than his. That's what I'm saying here.
And Battle Rampart lets him send with whatever he draws. It's just
Heat Ray!
no!
What? Oh, great.
Crushed.
That's awful.
Man, oh man.
Scorpion take out the Battle Rampart.
I like that.
I did not expect that. Mostly because I just figured his top deck was a non-real card.
Heat Ray.
Heat Ray. I can attack with Dread Drone, but my blocks back look bad if I do. What do I care about my blocks back? Do I care about them at all? Does he just block with Ogre Sentry? I stand by that. I think my draws are better than his. I mean, obviously he just showed me that that's untrue because of Heat Ray, but you know, whatever. Alright, so it's 10 power for me to kill that. That is... garbage. I'd have to throw away my whole board on that, and I would lose 3 creatures to it. Not worth it. If he wants to tap out for it, then I guess I accept.
It is a breaker. I mean,
Yeah.
some games trample.
That's the big thing, is the trample in there.
Gross.
I mean, now Dawnglare is just live anytime we draw it, so that's good.
Gonna need to draw a pretty spicy card pretty quick.
Nope, did he draw something he wants to cast?
No, at this point he probably figures he has all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. No, didn't actually want to cast it.
No, and I think I have to actually. God, I think I have to throw the team in front of this.
I like that just because Vendetta is one of your outs,
Fair.
and if we do go to one, then
We can't.
like
So I have 10 power, 10 toughness. I'll lose three of these four, assuming he doesn't have something even more like obscene in hand. A heat ray again would be like super good. Throwing one creature in front doesn't really work because it gains trample. Sadly, like I'd love to be able to just like let it be the abyss. You know, that would be really nice. But sadly, not an
yeah,
option.
Wild Heart Invoker is better than that.
Yeah, that's why this invoker is very strong. By the way, like this situation right here, where like our boards look like maybe even, but they're not. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Alright, so what if I got a board back? What do I want back?
Beastbreaker.
Like, I could get Beastbreaker, I could get Balaged Scorpion to kill off Eldrazi Spawn, which makes it so he can't do 2 attacks. I'm getting Vengevine from the 2 spells.
Mm-hmm. That just biggest man, Dreadrone.
Dreadrone gets a huge team with it.
Well, it puts a lot of power on the board,
I like that.
and we don't have to wait on it.
So, Dreadrone. The only thing I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, if he does have the Rapid Flames, that's obviously worse
Right.
for us.
I don't know.
How much can we level Beastbreaker?
Immediately, we can level it once to get it to a 4/4. And then
Well, that's pretty much what I wanted out of Dreadrone.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
You've convinced me.
The mayor's back.
And then also, hello.
Hey, you didn't think I could be activated in limited. Well, let me tell you.
But I can. Alright, so I'm only activating him once. I'm not going to do anything nuts here. And then the question is if I attack with Vengevine. I think the answer is no, because I want this much power back to block his Wild Heart Invoker.
Yeah.
Like, that one's pretty obvious.
The Ogre Sentry trade looks pretty obvious there.
Yeah. Wow.
Cadaver Imp.
Cadaver
It happened.
Imp.
Didn't even know that I wanted to draw Cadaver Imp.
I'm all for Cadaver Imping.
Hey, now we have a clock on him.
Yeah. 1, 1, 1, 1.
I did say it was a great clock.
Hey, it gets there
It's a
before he
tune-up.
decks. Yeah.
He's trying very hard to cast a spell.
He doesn't want to, like, leave down his shields. I understand that. Man, Vengevine is sweet, and I'm very happy that I got to use it in Limited. Oof, okay. That scares me. I don't like him having a team.
No!
Oh my god.
Another perfect creature. My heart cannot handle it.
I think I'm leaving Cadaver Imp back to block. This is obscene.
There's the...
Horrible.
It finally happened.
Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful timing for Flame Slash to come down. Like, absolutely not what we wanted. We don't lose immediately because I can block enough of the damage to prevent me from losing. him attacking with Wild Heart Invoker is absolutely a mistake here, and I will punish the hell out of him for it. And by that, I mean I'll kill it and then, probably lose. But,
Dipping his toes in the red line.
Yep. Choose wisely.
Yeah, Kavanaugh points out the Doglair Invoker is a 1 in 7.
I mean, it's a win for us. He's really sitting here thinking if that Wild Heart Invoker needs to come in. He has figured out that the answer is no. The question is how I want to deal with his board. So I have a couple different options for blocking. He can't give trample to both his creatures. The first option that comes to mind is Beastbreaker of Alligad on Silt Lurker, and then double block on the 3/3. What this accomplishes is forcing him to pump one or the other to save it in combat. More than likely, probably pumping them on a Silt Lurker.
Yeah, the bigger guy.
Both outcomes leave me dead to not drawing Dongler Invoker, so I'm just going to do this one. Because I think this makes sense. I would really like if he chose to pump Kozilek's Predator. That would be really sweet. Okay, he chose correctly. So I'm now down to like Dongler Invoker is basically my only out in this game. Alright.
Hey!
Hello. Alright. Let us begin. This is incredibly stupid.
Yep. It is soft to a wealth of removal spells from our opponent.
Luckily, he's burned a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of them. Yeah, okay. I don't care
Okay,
about
that doesn't change our situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put as many levels as you want.
Keep doing that.
Wow, even sacking the spawn to do it? That's whenever it attacks, right?
Yes, it needs to attack.
Okay. I guess he figures he's not blocking with the spawn tokens.
That's a dead card.
Whoa.
Alright, well, let's fly over.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to have 10 blank draws.
Well,
But
maybe he will.
Like, what if he does? What if, like, Vent Sentinel is one of his supposed outs, and now we're racing his clock?
This is incredible. By the way, you're watching Dongler Invoker at its mightiest. This is what the card does.
Right. This is why I was praising it so highly. This is a common.
Yeah.
A common that has this power.
Like, even something like Ulamog's Crusher doesn't save me from that. I'm going to play land at any point I draw it because it allows me to play spells that I top deck. Alright. Hit number 2.
Disgusting. Yeah, I guess his play here is Spore Cap Spider.
That would, I mean, that would buy him some time.
It is not Spore Cap Spider.
Sure, you get more of them.
Guys. God, he's going to cast Emrakul.
Ah, the extra turn is out. I understand now. Okay.
Well, double clock
I don't really want to
versus
cast it in case he has a removal spell.
yeah.
Like, Induce Despair on this might be fine. But
Yeah, that'd be
honestly, I don't... Actually, I think I hold this for, like, a real threat. Nothing he has in play is a real threat, so why treat it as such, you know?
Nothing he hasn't played is a real threat. He says with his 2/1 flyer versus a board of 6/6s and 3/5s and 4/3.
You know, nothing in play he has matters, because who the hell cares? All this garbage.
Yeah, we lose to misclicking basically.
Okay, see, now... see, that's what the second Dawnglare Invoker is for. His team is still tapped here. His actual play there should have been to wait until end step to do that. Because here's what we're doing. Alright, we're good, and I'm just going to pass it back to you.
Man, Bramble Stap can significantly improve our clock,
I know.
and I don't think there's anything of his that we can -2.
Overgrown battlements.
Okay. Thanks for first maining that, I guess. We're an old champion that we will never level up. But that's still okay because it's another creature to tap to the snap.
Yep. And I have enough mana to cast both of these. Oh, I should have done that.
Oh, whoops!
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Vengevine.
Hi, I didn't realize you were there either.
Shit.
I forgot about that too.
It's like, did you remember me?
Hello!
Hey.
So if Board of Shatterskull pass
Damn it.
attacks, I lose my board. I just want to, let you know. Like, if that actually happens, the game just sort of ends in his favor. So that's good.
Be very careful. Be wary of fires.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about Vengevine.
I know. That
I'm
cost
sorry,
me
that
4
was-
damage. And it could cost me the game, but it won't. I hope not. So we're going to level up.
Cool. Yeah, I was about to ask. Yeah, you have to be careful with that because whenever you click an Eldrazi spawn, Magic the Gathering Online wants you to tap it.
So, behold the power of Dawnglare Invoker!
Disgusting. This is just disgusting. Like, nothing he played, no spell that he drew mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he even had the Leaf Arrow that he boarded in.
Yep. See, again, like I said, if he waited on the Leaf Arrow, he actually gets me.
Mm.
But yeah, that is the true power of the Dawnglare Invoker. Like, what the hell? This is why splashing 3x Dawnglare is fine. I'm fine having a card that just flat wins me the game.
You're in packs! Hey!
Oh man, a win gets me 6?
Yep.
We won because we had the stronger Invoker. Yeah.
Yeah, like basically.
Basically how it went.
We won because no one in the entire draft respected the power of Dawnglare Invoker.
Right, we got that last one, like, what, tabled?
It's like, how did the Eldrazi ever do anything when we have, like, flying women here to tap everyone down?
That's what Ulamog's for.
I guess.
As we saw, like, Kozilek's Predator and, all that stuff.
Right. But if commonality is any indication, it's like Ulamog can take care of at most one of them. What happens with the second core wizard show?
Emmakruel has to show up. Yeah. Like, all right, tap all my guys. Emmakruel's like, all right, I'm here. Let's do this again, and tap all your guys again. I have 16 mana.
Hey, if you're rocking 15, it's fair, I think. In the
Yo,
ballpark.
Ulamog, how about this? Ulamog could beat it by blowing up our planes.
Ha, Lordy.
And
Oh
then,
man, you know the greatest technology against us
oh
that you
no,
picked. Oh yeah,
oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah. Nice splash.
contaminated ground.
Turn to dust.
Just stop the planes ahead of time.
I love it.
So we're fighting Cold Pier.
Cold Pier. Well, hello, Cold Pier.
Pretty sure we have to throw it back.
Um,
Huh. Land plus Prism A with a demon in our hand.
huh.
2 lands, a spell. No information.
Alright. Give me the info. The intel is, whoa, he has all the other donglers.
Ah, he has all the other level
Oh,
creatures.
yeah.
Yeah. Like this deck had to happen at some point.
I just kill that? Or do I just kill the creature with the level counters?
3 or more level counters? I
Yeah.
don't think we killed that guy.
I think we kill the thing that has the level counters.
I know you're trying to get a discount on your vendetta here, but
Oh,
yeah.
what do I care about that card?
I really want to draw a forest. The crab.
Yeah, they've got a lot of meat. The only downside to eating them is that you often find human bones and body parts inside. They've got the skull in them.
Oh no. You mean that Jawari Sculler is slappy?
Yeah.
Has been this entire time?
Clams. I'm very happy the crab is here. All right, I'm gonna take the crab beat down. and
Yeah,
get-
we're getting beaten to death by crabs and lizards, basically.
Yep.
All right, cool. The Squire.
Can I vendetta that? No, I can Balagate Scorpion that.
Yes, you can.
How is this card so useful?
I'll eat your Squire, I guess. Oh, do you want to do that?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, I do.
All right,
Thanks,
then we have the ancient standoff.
Good old Crab v Scorpion.
And then I get beat down by this Drake forever.
Yeah.
Gnarly.
Cool.
I guess I don't have to fetch it. I can go fetch
Yeah.
I'll go fetch another green source then.
Yeah.
Leave Vendetta up.
I mean, we want to be able to cast Vengevine
Yeah.
if we get him.
Vengevine looks good on this board. Yo, give me that. Would you like to do this? Well, yes.
I would also like to do that. Thank you, Magic the Gathering Online.
Alright, and then Scorpion doesn't win this fight, so.
Elend Umbra. Jawari Sculler.
Oh.
Vendetta.
I'm waiting until he invests some mana.
Okay.
That can get the hell off the table, though. So, Lighthouse Chronologist, for those who are not familiar with this card from, like, EDH, if that's at 7+, he gets 2 turns to my 1.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
can't, like, rely on getting it in combat or whatever.
I will take 3 life to kill that.
Alright. That'll do it.
Yeah, what do I want to do here? Like, play the Basilisk and the Tree Speaker on the same turn?
I want to say no just because Vengevine exists. Like my thought here is you can send with your guys to get some damage in, play Daggerback Basilisk.
I think it's still fine to play the Tree Speaker because I haven't drawn the Vengevine yet.
That's fair. We'd have the Cadaver Imp. Sure, that's the actual trick.
So let's get some damage in. We can attack over crabs.
What if his crab emerged unscathed?
I'm not afraid of no crab.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when everybody has higher toughness than power.
Mm-hmm.
Enter the board stall. I want to say that's the only elf in our deck.
More than likely. What do you got, buddy?
Venerated Teacher.
Just throw some level counters around. I really hope he doesn't have, like, Knight of... Okay.
Knight of Cliffhaven? Well, we stole that from him.
Right, okay. Seagate Oracle. That's weird that he tapped out on white to cast that. Like, is he leaving Deprive open?
It's going to deprive us of our Cadaver.
I don't know, I mean, that looks like a Deprive to me.
Kind of does. It's really we want to cast Vengevine. Honestly, Null Champion's kind of innocuous, too.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and attack with Daggerback Basilisk. Because we're fine trading it because we have Cadaver Imp to get it back. And getting one of his guys off the board. Probably the Scuttler. I mean, also right now, it's like, Thread a Pump or something. Like, just take the 2. Yeah.
We're going to Might of the Masses, our guy. I mean, then if he had Deprive, he would have blocked. I mean, unless he didn't want to trade in the first place, but... Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. We're going to play Null Champion and see what he wants to do about it. Sweet. And we'll leave...
Another Vendetta open? Okay.
Smite.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't think that anyone is going to believe in a splashed Smite. You swore me off of that one, and I would be the madman enough to do it.
I know. Big thing is that second Vendetta would be hella costly. Alright, what did he just draw? 6th land lets him Totem God. Oh, Lord. Alright. This is a
He's getting his
hyena.
Drake Umbra.
Drake Umbra would be really good, too.
Drake
Alright.
Umbra.
I really thought he was fetching the hyena immediately. Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Yep, guard duty. That's fine.
I don't have a way of dealing with a creature with Drake Umbra on it. So,
We have a Deuce to spare, but he already has Ellen Umbra, so... Yeah. The zoo is talking about Balaged Scorpion, and that looks like a great deal. Takes out Lighthouse Chronologist.
I agree with that.
Guys.
I'm gonna buy back the dagger back here.
Sounds good to me. And we just need to draw Dawnglare Invoker.
Yep. I'm gonna keep leveling this while I can to try to get it into regen blocker mode. I also have a one-shot chump blocker for a flyer. Ain't the worst. No Drake Umbra. I accept.
Oh. I mean, that means he wants to do something else. Yeah, it's blue out of block raid trigger. He drew something better. He did.
Yeah, he absolutely drew something better.
Gross.
Grown.
It's alright. We can beat it. We just need to right now. Yes! Oh, lordy.
Full power.
So yeah, the next turn is basically fireworks as he tries to crush us before Dawnglare Invoker takes over.
I'm not even going to attack with anything. We're just going to get the Dawnglare down.